this is Yoni from Capture Wellbeing, and today I'd like to talk about owning your own strengths. Why did I choose this topic today? I chose this topic because many times in life we get stuck in a mentality of like downplaying your own like successes and saying, oh yeah, it's just average, or it's like, it's whatever. But actually, own your strengths. See them as like, wow, this is so awesome, man. Because when you see the beauty and the value in your own strengths, you create a positive chemistry, you create a sense of pride in yourself. And I'm talking like a good sense of pride, not like arrogance or cockiness, but like just to be a proud human being of like, because every one of us has the right to be here. Every one of us has the ability to be good at stuff and to be victorious in different areas of life. And it's important to actively remind yourself of that, because if you don't remind yourself of those successes, negativity becomes a very easy path. You can get stuck in this kind of, like, oh man, life is hard, and like, this didn't go so well, and like, So in those situations, when a negative mental program might come your way, or like you have a negative interpretation about how something went in your own opinion, own your own strengths. Own those strengths and really hold them at the forefront of your own mind. It's the medicine for all this kind of like negative self-dialogue. And it's not arrogant to do that. If you do it within yourself, in a classy way, that you're not like putting anybody else down, it's a very healthy thing to do. To own your strengths, to see yourself as like, you know what, I did this really well, I do this really well, I'm capable and I'm confident, Because I can assure you, life will bring you lots of situations where your so-called flaws come out, Life will put you into situations where you feel like, man, this didn't go so well, like, oh, I failed at this, or like, and then you can get into this negative loop, like, I want to give up, and I want to like, oh, I don't want to do this, and why am I even here, and what is this, and to counteract that, you have to remind yourself actively of all the wonderful aspects that you do really well, that you're really solid in, and then transfer those qualities into your difficult experiences. Transfer that mindset of what you do really well in your so-called capabilities and strengths. Transfer that, whatever you're doing well in that field, transfer some of that energy and attitude into those more difficult, challenging circumstances. Because when you're challenged, when you feel like your back's against the wall and you're really struggling with something, there's two options. Either you get into this negative dialogue with yourself, or otherwise you uplift yourself, And I believe in the second one, to uplift yourself. Because who wants to get stuck in negativity? Negativity is poison for the soul, And it's already important, like, to label so-called challenging situations as, that to have a sense of like mercy on yourself, not to put yourself down. Like, let's say you did something for the first time, or like you did something that's hard for you, and like you compare yourself to others. Oh, it's so easy for them, how come it's so hard for me? Don't do any of that. Just remind yourself of your unique gifts and your strengths. Transfer some of that positive, snowball effect energy. Think about them, transfer it into the challenge, and you'll do a lot better. Also biochemically, your system will feel a lot better, and it can cut this negative loop. Because once you get in a negative loop, it can be hard to break. I know from experience it can be hard to break, and I don't want anyone to get stuck in these long negative self dialogue like loops. That's a very dangerous path, and it can lead to addiction, it can lead to a lot of self-sabotage, and I would highly not recommend that path to anyone. So with this message, own your strengths, acknowledge the best qualities of what you have, and actively remind yourself of them. With this, I wish you a wonderful day and week, and I'll see you in another video. Take care.